Hey everyone, I'm OG and this is Old Guy Gaming. So, my son watched my first YouTube video and he was like, Dad, you suck at COD. He's probably right, but would it have killed him to hit like or subscribe? Anyway, today I'm taking a break from Call of Duty and trying Dead Cells for the very first time. Dead Cells is an old school looking side scrolling action game. I've heard good things, so let's check it out. Before we jump in, I have a confession to make. This was actually the very first episode I recorded for the So I Played series, and I was still figuring some things out. I also ran into an issue with my mic, so my live commentary from the first hour didn't get recorded. I tried adding commentary afterward, but it just felt awkward and fake. And honestly, I don't think it would have been very much fun to watch. So instead, I decided to let the gameplay breathe a bit while I share my thoughts throughout the video. You actually get to see a lot more of the game this way. Going forward, every So I Played episode will feature my live reactions as I'm playing, but I still think this video captures what my very first experience with Dead Cells was really like. Now we got an hour up on the clock, let's go. The very first thing that I noticed with Dead Cells is there's no story setup, no cutscenes. You literally press start and then you're off and you learn through on-screen dialogue boxes and item descriptions. I can appreciate that, but at the same time, it definitely adds to the learning curve of the inventory and progression system. That being said, the gameplay and controls of this game are really easy to pick up and kind of makes up for that confusion. Since the game doesn't give much of the backstory, I'll fill in the blanks for you. You play as a character named Beheaded. You're an immortal, green, amnesiac slime, animated corpse thing. You fight to escape a diseased island and kill the Tyrant King. This island was devastated by the malaise, an incurable plague that reanimates the dead. The art style and gameplay instantly gave me Castlevania vibes and brought back a lot of memories, which makes sense because the devs are on record saying this game is heavily inspired by Castlevania, and there's even a return to Castlevania DLC available. So Dead Cells is considered a roguelite, and I gotta be honest, I had no clue what that meant, but it's pretty simple. Roguelite just means that when you die, you start over from the beginning, but you can unlock permanent upgrades, abilities, and items that carry over to your future runs. Also, there is an assist mode on this game that will let you start over from checkpoints. That's cool if that's how you want to play, but I wanted to experience the game as it was designed, as a roguelite, so I left that off. One thing that I eventually figured out is this game has three stats: brutality, tactics, and survival. And each one of those stats can be leveled up individually. Brutality is red, and it's your melee combat. Tactics is purple, and that's range weapons like arrows or traps. And then you have survival, which is heavy weapons, shields, and survivability. That's the green stat. Think of it like this: red is aggressive, in their face, and kill them quick. Purple is fight smart from a distance. And green is take your time, hit hard, and don't die. So this is my very first run, and spent a lot of time just trying to figure some things out here. But right here, it looks like I got me a Donkey Kong barrel smash and hammer. Gonna take on some enemies here. really love that hammer. I'm just swinging away. Now those right there are the teleports. You can go through any of the warp-looking pipe things right there. When you teleport, you can teleport anywhere on the map. Took me a minute to figure that out as well. Makes map travel a whole lot easier once you do, though. All right, so that's going to be the end of the first run here. Gonna teleport and just go to a whole another game clip. So that was the end of my first run. I honestly don't know how that one ended up, but I did go on to play this for quite a while, and this is a run from my same play session here, but you can see by my weapons and some of the skills that I have, like my health bar is a lot higher now, that I have progressed in the game quite a bit. But I guess I haven't progressed far enough not to do dumb things like voluntarily jumping down to my death right here. Good thing is I didn't die. I just took a health hit there. It would have sucked to go all the way back to the beginning because of that. So that guy right there that I just killed, you saw that it said elite above him. There'll be elite enemies throughout. They're a little tougher to kill, but they get a really good payoff. As you can see, I got all those cells, and it looks like I got a rune as well right there. So as you go on in the game, obviously having better weapons is more important. And you can see I have I think that's a grenade that I'm throwing. I actually got a weapon at some point. It was a machete and a pistol. It was pretty cool. It was you'd swing the machete like twice, and then the third attack would be a pistol shot. That one was pretty cool. It's funny in this game because a lot of the enemies that look like they're going to be hard aren't the hard ones. I'll tell you what, though, there's this skeleton. He's got a purple skeleton with a shield, and you can only attack him when his back's turned and the shield's not facing you. He's pretty tough. He's probably my least favorite. I hate him. Died a whole bunch of times, or at least got hurt a whole bunch of times by them. Those guys with the arrows, they're nothing. They're pretty easy. Here's a scroll of power, which that's where you level up one of your skills. Now all of these things that you're collecting, I think I have it later in the clip. You turn these into the collector. In between levels, you meet the collector and turn in the blueprints you found on the run, and he helps to unlock new weapons, skills, mutations, and I think you can also buy permanent upgrades from him as well. Try and sneak around these guys, come from the back here. There's a whole bunch of spots in this game where you just know that there's more to it. Like there's spots where you can see secret passages or secret areas that I just haven't figured out how to get to yet. There's another blueprint. Infantry bow. All right. Yeah, see, like right below me, I can see that guy down there. How do I get down there? You know? I'm sure it'll come with time. I'm also thinking that, skills and things that you obtain later in the game, you make another run through these areas, and some of those secret passages and areas will be available to you with that new power. This game is sneaky though, because you'll be going through, killing all the enemies, not even knowing that you're getting damaged. Really, next thing you know, you're fighting for your life and running away. Got some chicken right there. I'll kill all these guys and go back and get that. That'll help with my health. Yeah, you can see my life bar. We're up at 1,754 hit points. Like I think when you start, it's like 100. But I was just getting every time I could upgrade, I was just getting the green upgrades to help with the health because I suck and I knew I was gonna die if I didn't get them. I think it's weird too that you can carry only two weapons at a time. I always hate leaving the weapons behind. I did get a power at some point where you can hold R1 on the weapon and it actually gave you gold for it, so at least you were getting something instead of just leaving it there. Like right here. There's something on the other side. How do I get there? That's how I know when I'm going through this right now. This is only scratching the surface of the game. There's so many secrets here. Secrets for another time, because we're leaving that area. Oh, I can get to that dude, though. Back here. Again, at some point, maybe I can get in that door. Right now is locked. There is one of those purple guys. I hate these guys. Alright, he's gone. I'm gonna activate their stats. You see those guys right there? Those little, I don't know, black, red-eyed monsters. I think they go out in front of you and help kill or damage some of the enemies. Not really sure. They're cool looking though. Those green guys aren't bad, but they got me quite a few times too. Nothing like those purple ones. We hate those purple ones. I always try and go down and clear one area at a time. That way I know I'm just not missing anything. In these games, I'm always afraid I'm going to miss like some secret or some awesome power-up. So I usually try and go down all the way as far as I can go down and then check out the other areas. Alright, we got another scroll of power. We'll go brutality with this one. Help do a little more damage to the enemies. And then you'll run into this thing, and you can buy weapons from her. I haven't really bought a lot. I think I maybe bought a couple weapons. I usually don't have enough money. Or I've tried something and I don't like it and don't want to spend money on it. I have used that wolf trap before. That was pretty cool. I'd love to see what the ruby key opens, but yeah, don't have enough money for it. We're going to go ahead. We're going to buy that wolf trap. Just in case we run into some hard enemies coming up here. Yeah, that Vorpan, not my favorite. Not at all. So it deals a critical hit, but the enemy has to be facing you. Not a big range on it either. We'll start making the ascent up, maybe. What do we have in here? Firebrands 3. I really wish, maybe later in the game you can, I really wish you could carry more items with you. Like, you unlock all of this stuff and then you can't carry it with you. We'll teleport back over there. We haven't been there. We'll go do some exploring. Not really sure why I went back there. I must have had a good reason. Hit some monsters over the head with a pan, but only in the front. Can't hit them in the back. They have to be looking at you. More secrets. Like, I want to get down there. Like, that little symbol looks like I should be able to do something right there. I think this was my great idea. I'm going to try and burn that area, see if I can get down that way. If anyone knows how to get to all these secret areas, please leave some comments. Alright, apparently we cannot burn it. Hopefully I can find another weapon or make it to the end here with my frying pan. I hate this thing. Like, OG, give up on it. You can't get down there. Like, move on, my friend. Just getting a little low on health. That'll help. Just so you know, if you guys are liking this game, it is available in the PlayStation catalog. I think you have to be a Plus member, but if you are a Plus member, it's a free download, so check it out. Can I go down, or is that death? I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm going over here. I'm not going down. The fact that when you die, you go all the way back to the beginning. I'm not talking about the beginning of the level. You go all the way back to the beginning of the game. That's scary to me. So I find it myself taking a lot less chances than I normally would in a game where I know I just have to go back a little bit. But having that cost there, it makes it more tense. It definitely intensifies the story. So, not hating it. Looks like we have a little elevator. Nope, let me go jump in these spikes. That was smart. Nope, still no secret room there. Hit it again. All right, let's go down. Well, there's a big drop. Double check, make sure I'm not missing anything here. No unexplored areas that I see that I could get to anyway. I'm scared, like maybe I should have went back right now. You see all that red, knowing you're dying. I could have just walked out the door, but I had to come back. All right, let's not take any chances. Let's just teleport over there and get out of here. Black Bridge. All right, so this is the collector that I had mentioned earlier. This is where you turn in everything that you got from that run. Here you can see some upgrades. So all the cells you purchase upgrades using the cells that you collect from the run. Now all of these items that you get, if you were to die and go back to the beginning, these items that you purchase, you keep those. So it's not a clean start from the beginning, but that's the recycling. That's going to transform items into gold, which should help collect money and buy more stuff. And this is Galan. I'm not sure how their name or what their name is, but this is where you can get some mutations. And mutations, from what I can tell, they're just power-ups that carry with you. So like I got that Yadgar Oris Leox, which is pretty much like a free life. So if you die, you're not going back to the beginning. You just keep going from right there. So the mutations can be pretty powerful. Got a stinking pile of corpses. And then this is going to fill your health and then fill your health potion as well. So you carry that with you into the next level. All right, we have the concierge. Got a boss mode here at the end. Let's see how we do. Glad I got those traps. We're just going to keep trapping them. A little bit of strategy there. It's stressful knowing that if you die, you lose all that progress that you made. This is the first roguelike game like this that I've played. I don't remember Castlevania being like this. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I played Castlevania. We're talking like NES days. I see PS5's got a new Castlevania coming out. I'll definitely be playing that. All right, so it looks like we were pretty successful there. Look at all those cells that we got. Got a whole bunch of spoils for our effort there. Challenger's Rune. Permanent room provides access to the daily challenge training room. Now, I don't think I have in this clip, but I do end up checking out the training room. It's pretty cool because all these weapons that, you're so scared to die that you don't use because you don't want to try something new, you can literally go into the training room and try all of the weapons and mutations, even fight enemies in there for practice without worrying about dying and losing your progress from the game. We got another blueprint. We have some flint. We turning that into the collector. So I'm still a little confused because sometimes it only lets you carry two things, and sometimes you can have something in the L2, R2 spot, and I'm just not sure which items fit which categories all the time. Like right now, I'm carrying a pretty full inventory, but other times it'll make me swap out, and I know it's probably weapon class and things like that, but if anybody knows, please let me know. And looks like we're on to the next level here. Passage to the Stilt Village in Slumbering Sanctuary. At the end of each level, there's these doors here, and if you make it in under that time, the doors would be open, I would assume. I haven't even come close because I'm exploring everything. Yep, close, close. So this is going to be the blacksmith. And I believe this is where you can modify your weapons, if I'm not mistaken. Investing cells permanently increases the drop rate of high-quality items. 500. Yeah, my one's going to go a long way there. Looks like I'm going to be saving up for quite a while to get that, but we'll put 11 in there for now. Hopefully get some compound interest or something on that. And we got our friend the collector again. I just spent all my cells over there, so not a whole lot I can do with him here. And again, with mutations, looks like they're pretty much all locked. I can reset them for 1,000. I'm going to save my money on this one. Looks like I'm carrying through mutations. We'll fill up the health potion. And let's see where we're going next here. Oh, still another area that I can't get to. I will figure that out. Won't be today or in this video, but we'll figure that out. Maybe someone smarter than me can leave a comment and let me know. There's still a village, but we have this elevator. Where's the elevator take us? Fractured shrines. Still village or fractured... Let's see what Still Village has to offer here. Nope, nobody's home. So many secrets. Oh, look, I found one. Yeah, you see me skip right through there? Oh, we got a guy with a bazooka. Oh, who is that? Is he throwing eggs at me? Fish eggs? Ah, that would make sense. It did say it used to take a week for the fish to rot. Alright, let's go down and see if we can activate those guys. Maybe they'll help me out. Maybe I already activated them. Not sure why I'm skipping that right now. Assassin Scroll. My tactics is only at 3, so we'll do that one. Make them all a little closer. I have my brutality at 5, tactics at 4, and survivability at 6. I can already tell these fish guys, I'm not going to like them. Them and the purple skeletons from before, they're all going to be hanging out together. Dead. Well, then you got this guy. Like, he looks tough, right? But they're pretty easy. No, looks like we got a key over here. Village key. Was that picture of that key on that door before? And that would be my freeze grenade. Those come in handy as well. Not finding very many secrets, but we just found one there. Little sneaky cut through. Oh, we got a whole bunch of spam going on right here. Difficulty level definitely picked up here. We got a crab. That's new. Crab with swords. Crabs are the worst, especially the ones with swords. Not that I know anything about crabs. Definitely feeling scared on this level, so we're doing the survival. Increase that hit points we can take. I see a treasure chest. We'll go back up there in a minute. Make sure the coast is clear first. So we have 2 wolf trap 5s. One spreads inflammable oil on the enemy, burns the ground when destroyed. The other is a 40% damage to a burning target and drops a grenade. Alright, looks like this little area is full. We completed everything here. One day I'll have enough money to buy the ruby key. We're gonna pass on the food though. Looking pretty good on health at the moment. Alright, I got to use the village key. Came in handy. Picture of a treasure chest on the door. Be something good. Man, I love those traps. I'm taking a beating here. Alright, you guys already know what I'm going to say here. I know I can get up there somehow. There we go. Actually, I got up to that one. I guess that one wasn't too much of a secret. I want the sapphire key or the balance blade 4. That's an easy decision. We're going to do sapphire key. Checking our timer here. We got about 10 minutes left in this segment. Hoping we can make it to the end of this level, see some more cool stuff before that 10 minutes runs out. Alright, we definitely need that health. No. I'm so scared right now. We're so invested at this point. We need some... Where's that chicken from earlier? She had food from earlier, now she's trying to sell me some weapons. Never have what I need, lady. But we're on our way out, so we are going to take we're going to take that sword. I'm not feeling super confident that we're going to make it out of this one, as the red creeps around my screen. Ooh, what is that? And how do I get there? No! Alright, so that lady right there, she was the scribe. So she pretty much just shows your lifetime stats, unlocked weapons, and the progress in the game. And then I wanted to show you guys here the training room that I had unlocked when we beat the level boss, and he gave me the key for the training room. Next to the training room, there was a place where you can go in and you can change your outfits, and you actually earn outfits and things for the game too. So here's just the training room that I had mentioned earlier. Not going to start a new run here. We only have a few minutes left on the game, so we'll check this out before we wrap things up. We have the blacksmith apprentice right here, so we can upgrade some weapons and everything in here as well. And then all of the levels that you beat, I'm assuming the main boss would be open to you. I saw the concierge, which was the level that we beat just a little while ago. We could go in there. We're not going to do that right now. No, apparently I am going to go in the concierge. The nice thing about in here is no matter what happens, you keep everything. You don't die. You know, I'm at the beginning of the run, so it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm a little upset with myself on the way I died on that last run. Alright, so I had mentioned earlier, well, that's a pretty cool bow. I do have the machete pistol that I was talking about earlier. That's one of my favorite weapons. More purple guys. Alright, let's see what we can do on this run in the little time we have here. Oh, what's this? Face flask. Crush a flask on your forehead, dealing low damage to yourself. Why in the world would you want to do that? We're just going to recycle that and take the 140 cash, please. I'm sure there's got to be some point to doing that. Smashing the flask on your face to hurt yourself. It's so disheartening being back here right now. Like, I'm torn. Do I keep playing? Every run just takes so much out of you. It's such an investment, and it can be gone in a blink of an eye. I still think these purple guys right here, I still think they're one of the hardest characters in here. You know, when I died, there was just so much stuff going on. It was quantity, not quality of enemies when I died. You see my weapons over there, my rusty sword and terrible bow and arrow. I do keep my health potion. Like I said, you do keep your permanent upgrades. See all those level 1s. Man, I'm so sad right now. And, you know, I haven't played all that long. As far as that run, I hadn't been playing all that long. But I can only imagine the investment when you've been going at this for a long time. And when you do quit the game, you do save your progress. It doesn't all have to be one sitting. So that is an option, take a break. But I could see getting really deep into this game very easily. It's almost kind of stressful, but in a good way. All right, everyone. Looks like our timer is running down on the first hour of Dead Cells, so it's time for some final thoughts. You know, coming into this, I really didn't know what to expect. A lot of games try to recreate the magic and invoke nostalgia of older games, but they fall flat and leave you with that it's just missing something feeling. That is not the case with Dead Cells at all. I admit at first I was a little confused by some of the mechanics, and the lack of story definitely added to that confusion. But at the same time, I kind of like that it just throws you right into the action and you figure it out as you go. Once everything started to click, I found myself saying, just one more run. I'll get it next time. The fact that every run is different adds a ton of replay value to the game, and I can definitely see why people have put hundreds of hours into this game. If you grew up playing Castlevania like I did, you'll feel right at home with this game. The character progression kept me interested, the gameplay is addicting, and the exploration is robust. I mean, man, this game is deep. I can already tell this isn't a game that you can fully appreciate in just 1 hour because there's still so much more for me to discover. So, would I play it again? Yes, I'm OG and I approve this game. Actually, Dead Cells is an absolute must play, and I'll definitely be coming back to it for a live stream later. Anyways, those are just my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. And of course, subscribing is always appreciated. Until next time, OG out. Coming back to me, my heart is hung up on what used to be. Time moves on and then one day